which is very unhelpful. And again, it's the sort of thing that we're seeing with, refugees, them, and us over here. And, the importance of removing the two and putting them apart, which is a shame because Spain's true history actually was much more colourful and much more integrated. You can actually, I challenge you to go and have a look at Wikipedia and just have a look at the whole subject and read about, Spain and its relation to Muslim community, because it's actually really interesting and it has a lot of lessons for us.
We're finding it difficult, honestly. Myself, I'm talking about difficult to put the view across and look, we're all not bad. No, all Muslims are bad. The way they, trying to brush everybody with the same brush, saying if ISIS is bad, you guys are bad. It's this happening there. Everyday papers, anywhere you go, it's just like that. Our news is, look, we're not bad. We're just like you guys. You have some bad guys. We have some bad guys. Honestly, that's norm.
Absolutely, completely the norm.
But if we all, peace-loving people, come together, we can share our pain and we can move on.
It's really interesting because you very kindly invited me to an iftar in Poplar, which was one of the most moving things that I can remember, actually, because I remember sitting next to the head teacher of an Islamic school. And that gentleman who, he's wonderful. And he actually said at the end of the conversation, Tom, when you get married, I would like to come to your wedding.
Wow.
Which I thought was really moving. And, he was asking me about my family and, I was telling him about my sister and all sorts of things like that. And he said, and it surprised me in the context of this conversation where we were talking about how close we actually were and how we had so many things in common. And he said, well, the sad thing for me is that when I walk down the street, people, especially young white people, look at me in a way which suggests that they're afraid of me. And I found that really upsetting, actually, that a man who had opened up and is such a gentle and God-loving man, was walking down the street and being made to feel that, and that's a real problem. And I'm not sure that there's a quick fix to that. But what we must carry on doing is shouting about the things which bring us together, and that's why I love being part of organisations like Citizens UK, and seeing all of the jobs fairs that went on around the Olympics. I was part of a campaign to get local people Olympic jobs, and we actually ran a jobs fair in the East London Mosque in the London Muslim Centre, and that was brilliant because you could see the whole community coming together, and there's no fear, there's no barriers, there's no walls. It's people doing good together, and I think that's very strong. And the more that we can tell each other about these things, the better.
Brilliant. We just have 2 minutes. Brothers and sisters, I know you guys are interested too. I'm so interested. I'm not asking him anything. I want to hear from him everything, actually. I think we should all, look at our neighbours. We should play a part. We need to show our goodness. You can't. If you hide your goodness, it's no good.
Absolutely.
You need to show it. And we need to be proud of ourselves. If you don't respect yourself or have confidence to love yourself, then no one's going to love you. No one's going to respect you. There are lovely people in this country. Yes, we have some crazy ones like we have as well.
Yeah.
But there are lovely, lovely people in the world. We just need to reach them. That's the only thing. I think we will call it a day today. If there is a chance I was going to show my friend Tom the exhibition in East London Mosque. If you could record it as well, that would be great for the video. Brothers, sisters, if you said anything you didn't like, don't worry about it. There's a next time always. We do our best to how to get communities together. And he is a witness. You could see that he feels for the humanity. This is missing. If we don't care for somebody now, when it comes my turn, how will I feel? And we're very grateful to those people, places like Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan. Even Saudi Arabia, they're taking 100,000 people there. They already spend £700,000 in Jordan just to looking after the because they have lots of them. In Turkey, nearly 1.5 million people there already. In Lebanon too. These countries are quite not establishment. There are people complaining why isn't that they are taking their shares. Yes, even in Europe we are trying to take the shares. You can't blame them if they don't, if they don't take us in, because media shows this guy can be terrorist. So we need to show our goodness. Inshallah, slowly thing will change, and pray for everybody. Would you like to say the last word for our viewers?
I would, only to say it's been a real privilege to be with you, and to encourage especially the young people to be inspired by these encouraging words, and the need to really look outwards. And the other thing is to be a good role model and to be a good neighbour at all times, because we certainly need it in this country at the moment. But it's a privilege to talk about these issues with you, Ishaq. So thank you, and thank you to MP Radio for having us on.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.